Welcome back to Bibbs Farms. I'm Tommy Bibbs, here with you. First time to my channel. Tell you a little bit of what we do. We just do a little bit of everything out here. We work with tractors, work with old cars. We just do everything. So today we're gonna see if we can go do a little community service. We got a ball field that's in a community that we're gonna go see if we can cut it with this big bag boy right here, 4440 and the 15-foot bush hog. See you there. Okay, y'all, we ran across a little dilemma earlier today, but we back in business now. We finna head over here and we finna see if we can cut this grass for these people, for the community over at this park. Just hang on and let's see what happens. How y'all doing? We back. Yeah, we did get through cutting the baseball field, as you saw. So right now what we finna do is we finna see if we can, it's supposed to be some rain coming, so we're gonna see if we can do a little work on our little 3010 right here. We're gonna see if we can get those bolts cut off right there, because we gotta get a seat on here. We're gonna see if we can do a little work on this tractor. This tractor is a 60-something, 1960-something model tractor. It was one of the first tractors came out. After John Deere left the little two cylinders, they went to the 4-cylinder. They kind of kept that a secret. And this was the first series they came out with that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can get us a seat. We got a brand new seat in the truck. See that? That's the box right there, but we got to I need to get that tank stood up and all that stuff done before I get before the rain get here. I need to get that stood up because I don't want no rain to get in that tank right there. All right, so let's get to handling some business. y'all doing? We back. Yeah, we did get through cutting the baseball field, as you saw. So right now what we finna do is we finna see if we can, it's supposed to be some rain coming, so we're gonna see if we can do a little work on our little 3010 right here. We're gonna see if we can get those boats cut off right there, because we gotta get a seat on here. We're gonna see if we can do a little work on this tractor. This tractor is a 60-something, 1960-something model tractor. It was one of the first tractors came out. After John Deere left the little two cylinders, I mean, they went to the 4-cylinder. They kind of kept that a secret. And this was the first series they came out with that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can get us a seat. We got a brand new seat in the truck. See that's the box right there, but we got to I need to get that tank stood up and all that stuff done before I get before the rain get here. I need to get that stood up because I don't want no rain to get in that tank right there. All right, well, let's get to handling some business. Okay, y'all, first of all, we got to go up here and we got to cut these bolts off. Let's look at this right here. They rested inside the seat. We can't get these off, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to cut these off with a receptacle saw and a metal blade that I want to get today. See if we can find this blade, because the receptacle saw is there. Let's see if we can get hold of this blade and get our stuff fixed up here. Well, the weather's finna get real bad. See if we can make something happen. Captain, what y'all think? A lot of people just don't know. We're gonna find out here in just a second. And if a man ain't got no pocket knife, he ain't no country boy. They always told me, say, if you don't throw the pocket knife with you, something wrong with you. Yeah. We ain't got it plugged up, we can't do nothing, y'all. See what we can do here, y'all. Let's see. Oh yeah, you get it done. It's get hot though. You get it done. Cat, last one here trying to be pretty doggone rough right here. I don't know if my blade done got dull. I believe my blade done got
Totally dull right here. Let's see. Bring y'all along for the ride. Y'all trying to get away from me, ain't you? Well, I believe that did it. Got that off. Well, let's knock those out. See if we can knock those out of there. See what's happening. This old screwdriver here. Right here, use that to punch. Knock them out. What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? You. All right. All right, people. Now, right back here, it's two lips broke off right back here. And what we're gonna have to do is I need to grind these down before I put the seat on there so it won't be in the way. So we're gonna have to weld these points back on here. They come up, come out and come up. Now I was thinking about welding something on top, but they usually go right there. But we're gonna see what we can do here with the grind. Hold on just a second. Get the meal set up. When we get the meal set up, we can rock and roll in. What about that, y'all? We'll get the meal set up. We gotta get the meal set up. That's what the old cats used to tell me. Tommy, we get the meal set up, we can be ready to rock and roll. And for all you kids at home, always wear eye protection. Right. Now, we got our bolts here. Put our bottom part on here. Let's see. See what we got. Told the fella what I needed. And you cut off. You leaking fluid out, and we don't need that. Definitely don't need that. All right, now I got 4. I got 2 of them long ones. I got them for washing and nut. 2 of them, cause they're gonna go in there. Or we're gonna weld our piece to, but we gotta get the seat on first to see how far up we need to come, cause they broke off. So I'm thinking we just gonna weld some little tabs up on the top right here, rather than come try to weld around here. We're gonna weld on top right there. I like that better. Well, that's all. Let's see here. Let's take and get the bottom of our seat. Let's see what we got going on here. They really did put this in some packages. It made me break out the pocket knife. Hey, y'all, believe the rain didn't pass by, y'all. Well, I believe the rain didn't completely pass on by. During this time of the year, don't count the rain out. We got some bush hogging we got to do. But it keeps raining, and I don't want to take that big tractor out there and get stuck. Definitely don't want to do that. Now, I wonder which way is the front, where is the back. I wonder which way is the front, which way is the back. I don't know. I know this. Try to line up some holes here, see what's happening. See here, Chet. This right here might make me. This here might make me lose my religion. I don't know. We gonna see. I don't like to lose my religion. Sometimes some things will make you lose your religion. Well, I think that might be the wrong way. Let's turn it around this way. I don't think that's gonna be, that ain't gonna be right neither. I had it right at first. Just like that. That bad boy here wants to make me lose my religion. Let's see, but I ain't gonna let the devil win. Okay, y'all. I come to the conclusion after I looked at this thing. We're gonna have to widen the holes out just a little bit so we can get in there to them. That's what comes from when you don't order stuff straight from the manufacturer. This right here is somebody did this stuff offline. So what we finna do is we're gonna drill these holes out a little bit to the inside. Hopefully our drill lasts long enough. My battery might not be that good, but we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see what we can do. See if we can widen these holes out a little bit. I don't believe, Chet, my drill is gonna be enough. I need me a little more stouter drill. That's what I need. Let's look at it and see. Let's see. Yeah. See what we got here, Chet. First thing, Chet, we might have to do is, we might need to see if these things fit in the damn, fit in the hole. See if these things fit in the hole first. They might not even fit in the hole. See here. See here what we get. What I did with my wrench. I got so mad I threw my wrench away. See what we got going on here. See what we got going on here. Hand mill. You had me some push that something going on in there. Got some over there, I need to check it out. You know what? Think about getting my thing over there. My impact ratchet I bought over there for a little nut. So my impact wrench right here. It doesn't want to act right. It wants to keep flipping. And I ain't got time for that. So what we finna do is we finna find us a socket that'll fit. And we gonna put it on our wrench. And we gonna see if we can get that bad boy right there. Push them on up in there, have to cross thread them or whatever. What you think? What do you think? What you think, Chet? See what we can do here. We'll have something up here. Let's see. See what we got here, Chet. And go to socket right here. And go socket right here. Take that off. You don't want to come off. That's how I wrote this here for him we bought today. Well, it's too big for that. 1 inch. And 1 inch reducer. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all ain't believe it, but back in the day they didn't have power. They had air. Yeah, we want this line work like this. So we'll close these on there. Then I'm going to show you something. Pay attention. This hell back in the day right here. want to. That bad boy right there was tight. It'll get me a little extension. Oh, we got a little water coming out of it. Check. We're gonna see if we can make this do. We're gonna make it do what it do. What about that? Let's make it do what it do. When it do, what it do. If it do. We might be able to do something. See if we can find us a